Watch, now look who Hillary is blaming for her massive failure, she's lost her mind. Seeing a person with dementia is tragic. Those who struggle with that debilitating disease deserve our respect and sympathy. The only exception is when that person is Hillary Clinton, someone who spent her entire adult life undermining America, spreading lies, and destroying the lives of her political opponents. Since losing the 2016 presidential election, Hillary has been mentally unraveling right in front of our eyes, spewing one incoherent statement after another. In her latest babbling, Clinton is blaming the DNC for her loss. Yes, the same DNC that rigged the entire primary in her favor. Via Daily Caller. It doesn't get any crazier than this. The DNC fed Hillary debate questions ahead of time, while leaving Crazy Bernie on his own. Instead of remaining neutral to the three Democrat contenders, they sided with Clinton fully, supporting her primary campaign with their resources and infrastructure. Despite all this, crooked Hillary claims it's the DNC's fault she lost. Her reasoning? The DNC was bankrupt, and was thus way behind the RNC as far as data analytics tools, via Daily Caller. She said, "Let me just do a comparison for you. I set up my campaign and we have our own data operation. I get the nomination. So I'm now the nominee of the Democratic Party. I inherit nothing from the Democratic Party. I mean, it was bankrupt, it was on the verge of insolvency, its data was mediocre to poor, non-existent, wrong. I had to inject money into it." Poor Mrs. Clinton. It was such a setback for her campaign. What an obstacle having to inject money into data tools. Never mind that her campaign raised a total of $1.8 billion to Trump's $957.6 million, via Washington Post. The Clinton campaign far outpaced Trump's in Super PAC donations. Whatever money she injected was a drop in the bucket. According to Hillary, the RNC had a much better data system than the DNC, having improved it with a $100 million investment following Mitt Romney's loss in 2012. So in the end, that's what it comes down to: who had better data. It wasn't her lack of any real agenda to accomplish. It wasn't her failing to appeal to a huge segment of the electorate, including manufacturing workers and coal miners. It wasn't the scandals in her past. It wasn't her lack of personal appeal or charisma. No. A data disadvantage between the RNC and DNC determined the 2016 election. Give us a break. Of course, this isn't the first time Hillary Clinton has blamed her loss on something other than herself. Previously, she's laid the blame on the Russians for supposedly hacking the election while always keeping vague what exactly was hacked. Clinton has also blamed former FBI Director James Comey for reopening her investigation so close to Election Day. Her few supporters, less supporters of Clinton and more detractors of Trump, spend their days coming up with other excuses. They blame the archaic Electoral College. They blame voter suppression. Their personal favorites are sexism, racism, and bigotry. In the mind of liberals, Big Money Clinton was the underdog of the race. Hillary Clinton, like all liberals, refuses to accept responsibility for her failures. She should apply the words of Harry Truman, a famous Democrat who won against the odds, when he said, "The buck stops here." Clinton and her people can bemoan their fate all day long, but it won't get them anything. They hope to challenge the legitimacy of Trump's presidency, but all they accomplish is making themselves look like the sore losers they are.